Hi. Welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, you know what to do. You drop down in the comments. Let's get into the conversation. We're live on TikTok. Then I'll see you over on YouTube, where you're watching me right now. Thank you. If you're new, welcome to the Kelly Collective. I am your boy London, the Kelly, entertainment mediatarian. All of that introduction. Happy Sunday. Anyways, I was supposed to be here with you guys yesterday, but I was having some family time. Did you guys spend a little time with your family yesterday? Watching basketball games and catching up with family drama, if you will. You guys wanted me to come back. Went live on Friday, and it was so good that y'all wanted me to run that back one more time. So that's what I'm doing right now. Peel me an orange. I won't be before you long, because we're cooking dinner. Okay. But we could talk about a couple things if that's what you want to do. If you have something on your mind, jump down in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what you've been thinking about. What you done seen. Something that made you say, this ain't easy to peel. Either way, I wanted to... Let me start with Candace Owens, right? Because the thing about Candace Owens, the thing about people who speak their mind, period, me included, some things you agree with and some things you absolutely don't agree with. You absolutely do not, right? So sometimes Candace says things and she just sounds like her foot and the bunion is deep down in her throat, right? And other times she say things and it's like, well, I'm glad she said it and not me. Let's take, for instance, this Lizzo situation. Why she's picking on Lizzo, why that is even a topic of conversation right now, I think is in the same vein as what is going on with Ariana Grande. And what is going on with Ariana Grande right now is them just trolling people for some type of emotional response. Always an emotional response. We always say it. All of this shit is repetition because they do not change it. So we're going to keep repeating the same patterns. Some type of emotional response about her weight loss. Let me tell you something. She might have, first of all, she was never big as a thought. Okay? Wasn't big as a mustard seed. She was always very skincho-mincho, very tiny, right? Never noticeably unhealthy or anything. It just seemed like, listen, I'll say it seemed like it was all in balance because that ponytail was huge and she still looked healthy. Now she's looking a little bit more gaunt. Sure. But the thing of it is, the most striking thing, and the thing that nobody's addressing, nobody's even talking about, and it's in the pictures, is the fact that her eyebrows are bleached. If you bleach, you could be 200 pounds. Juicy. You could be 450 pounds. Healthy-ish. Thicker than a Snicker, all those things. But you bleach your eyebrows, you're going to look just as sick as Ariana Grande at 45 pounds soaking wet. And that's just the thing. And the fact that nobody's addressing her eyebrows to go into this whole story about her being this weight and things like that, then we're not talking about the shit that they're playing right in front of our fucking face. And now the conversation is with Lizzo. Well, they touched on Lizzo, Candace Owens. Because then Ariana Grande had something to say about Lizzo too. Said her body is a work of art. Hold on. The thing too, Ariana Grande jumped on she made a little comment, wanted to make a little comment about, the weight and the things, and you guys, no, what she said was, I never am comfortable acting or getting in front of the camera and saying these things. Her introduction to us was being some type of dumb played down character on whatever show that was, Justice, whatever that show was on Disney. Ray Nelly Noor welcome. Thank you for the follow. You know what I'm saying? So don't sit here and get up in front of a camera and talk about you don't know how to act. Hey, Miss Pink, the Enigma. Howdy. Don't get on here and say you don't know how to act. You came on here. You played a character so dumb, so aloof, ditzy, airheaded. I'm well, thank you. How are you, hon? You know exactly how to act. You know exactly what to say. You know exactly how to read some lines. Again, the dick around with the emotion or whatever the case may be. Hey, Wanda from New York. I'm good. Hope you're well too. Thank you for the follow. I love an abundantly blessed individual and divinely protected. Amen. That whole thing. So that's where we're at. Ariana Grande, she ain't fooling me. Ariana Grande ain't fooled me since she licked that damn. Hey, Vaughn. Ariana Grande ain't fooled me since she licked that damn donut in New York. What? What? Not Post Malone. The one who died, right? You just don't go licking. The same girl who don't know how to act and be, you know what I'm saying, off the cuff. You just don't go licking no damn donut in New York City. Mac Miller. You just don't go licking no damn donut in no restaurant. You ain't going to Dunkin' and doing that. And I don't know what kind of restaurant, what you call it, donut place y'all got, but we got Paula's, you know, Dunkin' Donuts, Tim Hortons. You're not going there. You're not going to the Wegmans and looking. You're just not doing that. So it's all a part of the fuckery. Now cut to Candace Owens saying that Lizzo. I have to get the verbiage, but I want to be off the because I'm not going to be before y'all long. So I just want to get it all off. Talk about Lizzo, her weight. My issue was not with the weight. My issue was with the principle. Because at the same time, hey James, thank you for the share. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team, to the family. And Natasha, is you in here, girl? The principle around the whole thing. We got Kim Kardashian getting thin. We got Ariana Grande looking thin. We got, you know, just the white women, the white affecting women, you know what I'm saying? The white passing women and whatever the case would be, just going for the thin. Meanwhile, we got the girls getting big. We had Rihanna, who was, you know, we got the Kiki Palmer, we got Lizzo, and they're promoting Lizzo. It's a fine line because I'm all about living the life you live, and you don't need to completely change yourself to be. So it's hard. But I think, like I said, the principle about the statement that Candace Owens said is that we cannot encourage people to live unhealthy lives just for the sake of saying you can be you. Yeah, you look great. I'm happy that you're comfortable and confident. That's absolutely fine. But do you not notice that you can't walk for a long time? You can't stand. You can't do the things. You can't do the things. You know what I mean? You can't do, because even Monique dropped down and her whole thing was skinny bitches are evil. And even still, she had to realize that even to get where she wanted to get to in the industry, that she had to drop some goddamn weight because that's just what you got to do. Did I say hey to James? I did. I think I said hey James. That sort of thing. And then women are the ones that, oh, you know, is what she was saying. Women are the ones to encourage women to feel comfortable in their skin, and that's fine. You know, girls uplift the girls, whatever the case may be. But in that same, in another message, she talked about how guys is a bunch of guy friends. One is fat as hell. Good. I'm trying not to get suspended, but I just might, and I just don't care anymore. AJ Little, welcome. Thank you. Hey. Follow my YouTube page. It's in the link in my bio. Click the arrow. Go follow my YouTube page. I'm almost at 1,000 followers. 1,000, what do they call them followers? Subscribers. Go and subscribe over there. I would greatly appreciate it. Either way, what she said is that it could be a group of guys and one of them get fat. And if he asks his friends if he's fat, his male friends will say to him, I know 5 fat people and you are 4 of them. And that's not mean. It's a little mean, but it's honest, and it puts you in a place to self-evaluate, and then you don't walk around in a false sense of like essentially like this is okay. You know what I mean? And clinical, and the fact of the matter is, clinical obesity is not okay, because you know why? You are not able to live your best life the way that life is intended to live if you are prohibited, if your actions are prohibited by your weight. Because even Lizzo, even her talking about, they talk about, oh, she's, big. Lizzo is working the hell out, doing going on these tours and dancing with these girls. So she ain't gonna be no big thing like she was big before. Look at Melissa McCarthy. Look at Rebel Wilson. You know what I mean? Things like that. That's the type of thing. So all it is encourage big girls to stay big girls. These big girls that we, Monique, these big girls that we encourage to be big girls, encourage to and love themselves for being big girls, don't even stay big girls because they're in the industry. And then they have to get the workout in because they have to keep the stamina because they're working every day. Meanwhile, Rebecca Jean down the block or at the corner is big as... Somebody told her she beautiful, so she think... If she don't leave the house, if she just keep... It's not okay. The narrative. Meanwhile, the white passing women continue to get thinner. And now we're in a climate where you can't even say, hey, girl, hey. Is looking a little Lizzo-like. Now she's in tears, I'm wrong, and condemned. If you can't be honest with your friends, first of all, you should always expect honesty from your friends, first and foremost, so that you don't have to be shell-shocked when you get it from the streets. Friends and family. Friends and family. There's nobody who's... And now clinical obesity, the way they get to categorizing it. Darius Tyson, Lizzo, Candace Owens, Ariana Grande. We talk about weight. And this tangerine I got is amazing. I should have brought two. Hold on. Hold on. Here I come. Oh, hi. So that, that sort, all of that's just how it's, that's how they lay it out. And that's just kind of where we are. And if you don't think about it like that, then maybe you don't see it like that. No, you don't want to hurt people's feelings, and maybe some people are nice, but the facts are the facts. The facts are the facts. And it's simply as we looking at it as coming from the narratives that come out of the news and the media and the thing like that is that they're pushing black people to accept being a weight that is not healthy for them. And then they show these celebrities, it's like, you too are just as attractive as Lizzo. But next year, Lizzo is going to be Rebel Wilson size. You seen how Tokyo from Love and Hip Hop dropping the weight? She big, beautiful, laid, and everything like that. Losing it. Who else? Gabourey Sidibe. Big, beautiful. I love Gabourey though. Big, encouraged and everything like that. Losing the weight. So don't sit here and tell my black sisters that are watching and absorbing this shit through a phone that it's okay because as opposed compared to those standards when the standard does not stay the standard. Monique is not the same size we met her as. Gabourey is not the same size we met her as. Melissa McCarthy is not the same size we met her as. Hey, Rashonda, hey, girl, hey. I'm glad y'all coming on in. I know it's a little early on a Sunday, but the games is about to come on, so I figured maybe y'all better watch the game. I could catch y'all before the game start. I don't know. I told you I'm not gonna be before y'all long. I just wanted to touch in. We came for the updates. That's right, Rashana. We haven't Miss B to you. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. As far as updates, so that's what I have to say about that. The Candace Owens thing. I started with saying, sometimes people voice their opinions, usually say something that you're completely on track with, and sometimes they say something that you completely be like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? And that was something I could get on track with, just based on the intention of the media, the narrative, you know what I mean, that sort of thing. Don't sit there and tell the black girls that it's okay to be big, and then the black girls that they say is okay to be big don't stay big. Now the big black girl is big, and she don't even have the money. She don't got the money to eat healthy. She don't got the means to go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Or he don't have the gumption. They don't have the what's the word I'm looking for? But they not getting up and work, making no routines at home to do that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that to do that because that's not what they teach. They just say, "Oh, it's okay to be big." It's not. Oh, here are the thing resources. It's not. It's not. It's okay to be big. It's not okay. Here's how you can stay fit at home and still keep your shape or some shit like that. It's not that. It's like be big like Lizzo. Be big because not be big like Lizzo because Lizzo not gonna be big, but be big because Lizzo big. For now. Thank you guys for the likes. So that's that's just how I felt about that. Now we looking for the updates. Hold on one second. Hold on, you guys, one second. Hold on, you guys, one second. Um, um, that's my hair. The thing now updates. Now we looking for. Now I'm looking for a Jamie Foxx. Now let me tell you this about the Jamie Foxx updates on what? Sorry, for late to the party. Oh, you had to have. I am. You have to go to my TikTok. I mean, you have to go to my YouTube. Go to my YouTube page. Thank you so much, the Juicy. Hey, the Juicy, the Juicy. Go to my YouTube today. It just posted at 2. The first part of Friday's conversation that led to why people are talking about updates and things like that. So I just posted that today. I'm trying to stay on top of things like that. Lives you miss over here, you'll be able to find on my YouTube channel. So go and subscribe. Okay. Um, Thank you so much, Miss Kiki. I was thinking about combing it out. Should I comb it out? I'm not gonna comb it because I don't got no comb with me. Margaret, don't get blocked. Find something else to do and get somebody else to do it. My YouTube name is Iconically Psychotic Podcast. It's a lot easier if you go to the link in my bio. Drop down, press the black arrow, and it'll have my YouTube. And you can even follow me on Instagram. I don't do much over there yet, but I'll be trying not to. I don't want to get on to people because I'll be trying to stay in a positive space. But I got a little dandruff too, but that ain't nothing new. Um, we're trying to talk about updates. What we did was brace you for what sissy might do is what we did. Now we did pussyfoot and tiptoe around what it actually was. We did. Thank you so much, Margaret. Um, yes, Cart Diamonds. I had to put you on the monitor roll. I like everything you were saying. Thank you so much. I just be coming from a place, and I don't think I come too far left because people be agreeing. Y'all be with me. We all be in the same boat together. And most times when I get suspended, y'all be the ones in the comments cutting up, not even me, and I got to suffer for it. This is what happens. But did you? Yes, we talking now. Me and Rashonda, we talking about Snowfall. Did y'all watch Snowfall? The second to last episode of Snowfall was a hoot and nanny, honey. That damn sissy with that cookie bush. Okay, it is growing. It is growing. I actually just had my girl. She dusted me, and it kind of brought it up some. She gave me a very healthy dusting, but I'm thankful because you got to keep your ends trimmed if you want your hair to grow. If you want it to look nice. So here's that. This is what it is. That sissy in that cookie bush in them braids, like she on her way to Wakanda or the fucking Amistad or something. I can't stand sissy. I don't have no space for Sissy Saint, Robin Dixon, and who else I can't stand? Portia on Ultimate Girls Trip. Honestly. Giselle on Ultimate Girls Trip. Thank you guys so much. The hair gonna take over the live today like it did on Friday. This ain't, but just a little, But I can't stand none of them. But we were looking at Jamie Foxx. My mother brought we were sitting and she was like, well, they saying Jamie Foxx had a thank you, Evie Evian. Rashana, we just tried to let you live your Friday out the way you wanted to live your Friday out. We didn't want to interject too much, but now you know. This is the place to come to get the know what you need to know, okay? Thank you for the follow, Evian. Welcome. Shay Bama girl, it's no shade. My hair look better than most girls, okay? It's no shade. It's no shade. It's always been like that. But that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about me. We're not talking about my hair, okay? Gwendolyn King, hey. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. My mother was like, oh, Jamie Foxx had it. And my mother's a registered nurse. She was like, so when Wendy had the lymphedema, she was like, oh yeah, I can see the thing, so she do the things, whatever. So yesterday she was like, Jamie Foxx had an aneurysm. And I'm like, yeah, well, they're saying, he had a medical condition or something like that. I said, well, what makes you think it was an aneurysm? She was like, well, it was secret and it was this, it was something, and it's a major medical issue and whatever the case may be. Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. That sort of thing. But still, we don't have anything. You know what I mean? We don't have any, no facts, no story, no symptoms, no nothing. We just know that we need to pray. What did I tell y'all? My grandmother said a complete healing for Jamie Foxx. That's all we got. And we don't, well, the aneurysm only happens in one place in your brain, but we don't know where he was. He wasn't on the set. We don't know anything. Other than that, he's dealing with a major medical issue, and that his daughter is the only one to come out and say something. We need time to really. The daughter is the only one to release a statement. Now, let me tell you, like I told y'all on Friday, when it comes to TMZ, they got people inside hospitals, in the morgue, in the things, for secret moments when somebody might think they could get past security and get into a hospital and receive some type of service. We don't have nothing. I told my mother, I said, if they got pictures of Michael Jackson on a gurney getting into the hospital, they could definitely find out why Jamie Foxx is in a hospital or what the reason is. We have nothing. We have nothing. I simply said he's just trying to promote his things. She thought that's a little too far. Like, why would you go so far? But I'm like, Ma, it's all fake. We watching the basketball game. I said, even the basketball game we watch right now, it's fake. It's orchestrated. It's a symphony. It's a symphony. And then crash, boom, boom, ding, 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 crash, boom, boom, ding, 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 crash, boom. And it's just is what it is. This is the industry. We're not doing that on Jamie Foxx because that has nothing to do with anything. But no, remember Tommy from Martin dying of aneurysm in his stomach. Did he die from an aneurysm in his stomach? How you have an aneurysm in your stomach? It's hot, Tommy. How did Tommy from Martin die? I do pray he gets better. Rashana. Ruptured abdominal aneurysm. A ruptured abdominal aneurysm. Now, I only went to school for medical assistant. I did take medical terminology, though. Hey, my sugar foot. What's up, Natasha? Your aorta leads down to branch off into the kidneys. Usually deadly. Thank you for the share, mamas. Mom, loud and wrong. Oh, God. What did she even say, mama? Right, loud and wrong. I don't like. Why do we even say? Like, what does that have to do with anything? So, but your aorta, which is up in here, right, leads down to branch off into your kidneys. So that's what they mean by is that what they mean by the stomach? because that's the kidneys. I don't know, but your aneurysm usually is in the brain commonly. I don't know. Either way, if that's what Jamie Foxx had, Jamie Foxx will be dead. And if Jamie Foxx is dead, then we don't need to be praying for his healing. We need to be praying for the family. But they might wait and do us like they did with Tracy. Now, y'all, we're gonna talk about Tracy Braxton until the end, right? Until even when I really make it to where I'm going, okay? I'm gonna have to I'm gonna bring back Last Call, and the people are not gonna know why, but my day ones is gonna know exactly why. But that's like they're misguiding and misleading. Not ready to even release the information like that. Let me tell you, Jamie Foxx dies, I'm gonna be devastated. Like I told you on Friday, Jamie Foxx dying is worse than Kobe Bryant dying for me. Like I might have to take the week, and that's just where it is, and that's just where we are with that. At the same time, we're talking about delayed news. My mother tells me that something I had no idea. In Buffalo, the Pagulas. I remember when they came into town, they bought up the teams and everything like that, wherever the case may be. Now, last June, the wife of the Pagula, uh, she's of Asian descent. I'm not exactly sure of her nationality, but she Asian business, and I had to make mention of that because they be into the business, they know what they doing, you know what I'm saying, they know how to deal, they know how to handle, so that's who she is. She married to a white man, own the people, own the things. Now last year around June, she suffered a medical emergency, and there were no details about that until just recently, February of this year. So now we waited 7 months, 6, 7, 8 months to come out with the damn news about whatever she got going on, and yet they're still talking about she's in recovery. Continue to pray for her. But 8 months? If it takes you 8 months to recover from a medical condition that they don't want you to they don't want people to know, that sounds a little bit more fatal than something common, than something routine. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. We're dealing with something a little bit more serious than what they're even letting on. You know what I mean? They're letting on. Why are they leading us on? Why are they not just telling us what the hell is wrong with the people? What is the issue? Because the real thing is that somebody could be dealing with the same thing. There could have been something. Now somebody's aware of their symptoms, and now they're going, like, let's do that instead, like they did. Because what struck me with what my mom said about the Pagula lady was that happened with her in June, and then 6 months later that happened on the Buffalo Bills with that guy, whatever his name is, number three, collapsing on the ground, right? Within this whole production of whatever that was, right? Collapses on the ground. He makes a full recovery. He makes a full recovery in weeks' time. Coming out of that, then going to head up conversations at the Supreme Court talking about how we need to get AEDs in classrooms because kids, 7,000 undiagnosed or untreated heart conditions in children across the United States. So we need to put AEDs in a thing. And the only reason we're discussing this is because this football player collapsed on the ground, and the owner of said team mysteriously collapsed as well. I don't know if any of that makes sense, and I don't know if any of that means anything, but I feel it's worth mentioning. When she said that to me, that the Pagula was the owner of the goddamn team herself collapsed. Now, if she got a stake in the team and she getting killed and getting out of the way, now we usher in somebody else because somebody has to take that share. Somebody's vying for that percentage of the team. Who is it? And then we come to this point now. If you're keeping up with Buffalo news, now besides the snowstorm that happened in Christmas, it was the shooting back in May, the day after Rihanna had her baby. There's other things to talk about. That's all. Because I'm not gonna be before y'all long. Shaka Fine, hey, welcome. User 556. I always feel like the guy from Oz when I do that. I told you that. Welcome. Egyptian Princess, welcome. Ooh, crawfish. I love crawfish. So that's that with that. Yeah, Tommy died of an aneurysm in the stomach. But you know, that was all mysterious too because how you even laughing through the pain? I would have to do more research on that and see what even leads to that sort of thing. Um if it's prevented preventable, if it's what type of symptoms and things like that and stuff like that. We might double back to that at a later date. But if Jamie Foxx if Jamie Foxx is in a bad way, please just tell us the man is in a bad way. Don't set access to send prayers because we need to know. We need to know. We need to know. Natasha got them stickers popping. Y'all better subscribe and get y'all some stickers. We need to know. What's PE? Physical education. What's PE? Should I bring this person in just for a spell? Maybe I can win something. Maybe if I win, what's going on? Maybe a pulmonary embolism. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Hi. Strange. Who? Anyways, um, yeah, people when they die of the pulmonary embolisms, but what would now? I just with a whole bottle. Um, if y'all are lost, Rashana had bought some a port, a Taylor port. The Lord had put it on her heart to get a little Taylor port. Me and Natasha was confused as to why we tried to tell her. We braced her for what she might experience, and she went through with the whole experience. Well, not entirely, because she ended up pouring the bottle out. So that's what that side conversation is about for anybody that don't know. I don't know if you like Taylor port, but there's so many other better wines for you to drink other than some Taylor port. But that's not why we're here. Um, I'm just trying. Jamie Foxx. I'm just trying to figure it the fuck out. If Jamie Foxx wasn't shooting this movie with Cameron Diaz, would we be sitting here unsure and confused about what his medical condition is, or would he even have experienced a medical anomaly and be sitting up in wherever he's sitting up somewhere and Corinne asking us to keep him in prayer because she don't want to tell us what the hell is going on with him, or that she can't tell us what's going on with him because she knows exactly what's going on with her father. I don't even. They say you're only supposed to cook what wines you drink. If I give you Taylor Port out my house, you're not a friend of mine. You wouldn't even be at my house. User 895, thank you for the share. Um, so there's that with that. Let me see if I can get into a couple more things before we go our separate ways and get into Sunday activities. Sunday activities. Oh, this is the wrong damn page. Let me just see what else I have been liking and clicking on to bring up and talk to y'all guys. Unless you drop down in the comments and guide me in your direction. It was speculated that Jamie Foxx suffered a brain aneurysm. That's what we were just talking about. No. Welcome 6590433. Introvertruner. Vertruner. Introvertruner. Vertruner. No, no, no. Either way, yeah, that's what they had just suggested too. That it was a brain aneurysm or an abdominal aneurysm, like Tommy from Martin. We not gonna know until it's too late. And no, but he just pops back up on the scene. He just pops back up at the movie and the thing. Egyptian Princess, thank you so much. Love you more, love you right on back. You know, he just jumps back on the scene and finishes things with Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz, they ain't released no statement with her. She would be the first one to get a statement from, because she done came out of retirement to be in this movie with him. And not that she need to say, I think what she said, the only statement that she did say was that she wants to go back into retirement after this. And that's what I was saying. I was just telling my sister that too, but I've said that to, I said the same thing to you guys. Overdosing. She was talking about fentanyl and stuff like that. And it's just like, you at that level of celebrity, you're not dealing with no drugs that got the fentanyl. You're not dealing in anything that's not, I'm not saying it's not a possibility, because anything is a possibility. But, you're getting it from a secure place, and you're getting it from your reliable source and things like that. And you shooting this movie, and you done brought Cameron Diaz out of retirement. So, and I don't know what it takes really. At one time, a half a bump, a whole line, 3/4 of an ounce. I don't know how much it takes to overdose on nothing. And all I've smoked is weed, and you can't overdose on no weed, okay? Michael K. Williams, and Coolio too. They said he has fentanyl in his system. I just knew that's what they was gonna say about Coolio. Fentanyl. And fentanyl's a conversation. Fentanyl's a conversation. If you do drugs like that, be careful, because fentanyl is the conversation. What I will, I don't know, how am I, because I told you I'm not going to be before y'all long. Is it just me? Now I sound like Funky Dineva. Is it me? Is it just me? Or does Cameron look like he had chemo? There's no developments on the Dalai Lama. He just released a statement, and there's nothing else about that, right? Wendy Williams, they said they're not shooting a reality show. They don't know why she's got cameras following her. And let me tell you how I know they be listening to me, okay? Especially Charlamagne. Because you know how I've been saying about Wendy Williams, I'm just ready for her to land this plane. Land this plane. Y'all know I've been saying that since this whole Wendy Williams thing, right? Land this plane, Wendy. Just wait for her to land the plane, land the plane, land the plane. Land the plane, land the plane, land the plane. Shout out to B. Scott, was on the Breakfast Club co-hosting, finally somebody asked Charlamagne, and he danced, he just raccooned around that whole thing, and he said, we only worked together 3 years. It wasn't like you would not be where you were if it were not for Wendy Williams. So don't talk about how little of a time you was with her. It's because of her, okay? So there's that. How do you feel about the decline and things like that? And he was like, something I say is that, I like for the planes to land with the wheels out. I've heard a lot of things, seen a lot of people, met all kinds, okay? Heard a lot of phrases. I didn't fuck for her. I don't give a fuck about her. That's my running favorite phrase right now. But I have never heard anybody say, I like for my planes to land with the wheels out. After me, hold on, this shirt is, after me talking about how I'm just waiting on Wendy Williams to land this plane. So, I don't know. I'm just saying what I'm saying with that. But, yeah, Cameron looked like he had chemo. Not even they trying to put Narcan in the schools. They put Narcan in the school. I think that's worse. Over the counter. Over the counter. And then there will be some incident where that is a situation. My mother, my friend, my cousin overdosed. Thank God I could go to the Duane Reade and grab Narcan over the counter to save their life. Mark my word. Because if you don't know about Narcan, you don't know about Narcan, So they have to make a scene about that. Let's talk about Chloe Bailey's poor sales and how they're blaming B. I did want to talk about this. I even have something liked about the article or whatever the case may be. The thing of it, here we go, right here. The thing of it is that Now the Narcan and the vending machine. See, now that just take too much time. Oh, you can swipe your cards now. It ain't about grabbing change. But the thing of it is that if Chloe Bailey's sales is low, if the media report is that Chloe Bailey's sales is low, it's to keep her right in a space where she's not so much of a threat and that her head is not completely big. Because the fact of the matter is that Chloe Bailey sings better than 70, 85% of the girls that are out here singing right now. So if we keep her in a humble spot, she might end up getting, I told y'all, she might end up getting the sympathy from the people. And then maybe they'll go watch her church movie. What's happening over there? Jesus. Maybe they'll go watch her church movie, and then maybe they'll go buy the album, and then now they'll be enveloped in the Chloe Bailey experience instead of because this they haven't done the girls. First of all, who's buying albums? Streams, okay, because they maybe not the album. But let's see the streams. So I don't know what the numbers are reflecting, but this is the game, right? As far as the conversation about it being about Beyonce, point blank, Beyonce don't have to do no more than what she's done for her to be a success. She is Beyonce's protege, her and Chloe Bailey. They are under the Parkwood label. There's nothing else that Beyonce needs to do. It's not about she's too big to promote things. It's not about things like that. It's about they're mine. And if y'all support me, you will support them. They're mine. Managed by Yvette Noel Schuer. No. Yeah, YNS. Or she's stylish, she's a PR. They're mine. But what else do I need to do for them? So if people want to go and stream the album, it was never gonna be because if that was the case, then they would have released her album back on her birthday back in August or July or August, whenever her birthday is, when she was supposed to release her album the first time. Well, that was, pre-Beyonce. Now, what might be the shit in the shade is that she dropped an album, or the album already dropped. But then Beyonce dropped these visuals. It was supposed to have dropped, I think, this month. It's only 15 more days in a month. I don't know. No, Beyonce don't promote her own stuff. Drop it on a Friday, leave it to the people. Period. So you think she's going to be on Good Morning America talking about somebody else's album? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's not happening like that. So that's just my opinion on that. And Chloe is, like I said, if she get to start dancing and doing the things, and Chloe is a very viable threat in entertainment, music and entertainment, because I think Halle will be more of the actress. Wasn't she in Grownish? And, she got the Ariel thing, which is going to be a game changer for her and stuff like that. So, the Renaissance, no, I'm not going to no Beyonce concert. I went to Beyonce, her and Jay-Z on the run. I think they was on the run, whatever the last tour was. They came to Buffalo. And I'm good on a Beyonce album. I'm good on a Beyonce concert. It's going to stream somewhere. It's going to be able to be watched somewhere. And that's just where I'll be tuned in the comfort of my own home with my thousands of dollars, probably on the coffee table with, drinks and whatever have you to enjoy the time. I'm sure that, it'll be a good time, and it'll be new. But I'm just, I'm good on that. No, I'm not comparing. Maybe I'm not comparing the two, because none of Beyonce's concerts have been the same. Like the different from Beyonce Experience to Coachella to On the Run, and none of that is the same. But people love to compare. just for the sake of saying something. Payment plans, my God, today. Hey, Stace. What's tea? Um, no, I'm not gonna go to the concert. And at some point, yeah, I don't even know how I feel about the visuals. Now we talk about promoting something. Now they talk about Beyonce and what she ain't doing for Halle Bailey, Chloe Bailey. But on the backs of these conversations, I'm at my parents' house. On the backs of these conversations about Chloe, Beyonce dropped some visuals in advertent promotion. People got to feel part of something. So that's that sort of thing. And and that's the thing about Beyonce not promoting her. Like I said, there's nothing else Beyonce need to do. She found the girls. She groomed the girls. She conditioned the girls. She got the girls with the best possible people. She got the one girl in the damn Disney movie, and the other one got the voice of an angel. What more can she do? I can't listen to hollering all night. Um, so that's the thing about Beyonce. I also wanted to mention too long ago that wig she wore in Dubai, even that wig, that hair was too good. The texture of that hair was even too good for Beyonce. And if you know hair texture, you know that it was too that's probably like Asian hair, something. It was just, but that's beside the point. You can't hold their hands forever together. Yeah, seriously, the way wavy is her moment right now. I'm guessing so. I'm guessing so. The wet and wavy. It was. When I seen that, I was like, hold on. You know what else? Speaking of Beyonce, I wanted to talk about Jay-Z going to Paris and performing for Louis Vuitton. Finally, we get the when will we see B's real hair? Child, how much? I mean, I'm not gonna stop the live. Now that's I made my I bust on the scene talking about Beyonce and her hair. So you got to watch a couple videos or catch another live. Beyonce, I got a whole video talk about what's Beyonce's hair and what's not her hair too. So go check out my page. I have in my playlist, I have a Beyonce section, a Queen Bee section. It's Queen Bee, and you can go check out the video there. I talk about that. So, permission, is you saying he went down there and ate? Or I don't know, but that's the thing. Now Jay Z, people is confused about Jay Z's hair. His hair is modeled after Jean. What's his name? Jean Michel Basquiat, and I think Basquiat was Andy Warhol's protege, both of the homosexual persuasion. Andy Warhol has those is the creator of that iconic Marilyn Monroe image in the multiple colors. Basquiat is a black artist with the same hair that Jay Z is, but the same. His hair look like that. The wig that Jay Z wears um, resembles Basquiat's hair. Basquiat was an abstract artist, Parisian. I'll do my homework and put something together, but that sort of thing. Why this is an issue? Why is it anything? I don't know. Where this is a concert, Luton, Lifetime Passion, and then, yeah, Jean-Michel Basquiat. Earlier this week, Rock Nation revealed that Jay would be performing at the auditorium. And the report Jay's performance meant to draw attention to Louis Vuitton's Basquiat Warhol paintings, four hands, 444, you know how they are. Exhibit which honors the two legendary artists' 160 canvas collaborations. Additionally, Tiffany & Co. will be supporting the event, which both Jay-Z and Beyonce have been brand relationships with. This will be Ho's first live performance in quite some time. Welcome, Permission. Finally. Den Lamb, welcome. I do not think that's Jay-Z's hair at all. Jay-Z is a 50-plus-year-old man and probably older. Barbara Rolston, hey, welcome. That is not his hair. She has him under control. That's That is how I see things. It's not about Jay-Z controlling a woman, because that's just the standard, a typical response. The man controls a woman. Not when you Beyonce, not when you Boule, and not when your family created the Creole culture. You locked in. You locked in. So I thought that was strange. And then what they're not going to talk. What they didn't say is that Jay-Z's his hair namesake, or his hair reference or guide, is Jean-Michel Basquiat. They're not. They don't say that. Same thing. They don't talk about Ariana Grande's blonde fucking brows. Like, those things tie. They put the story together. You know what I mean? Like, why not reference that? Um, Another conversation. Dub 869. Thank you. Welcome. Something else that's going strange. He's never been original. Something else that's strange. Hold on. Well, yeah. Let me just keep going. I'm gonna read your comments as they come in, because there's a bit of a delay. Hopefully, you guys can hear me fine. Performances of people doing strange things. Did y'all see Sam Smith? Now, biting dog. Thank you, Dub. Um, ASAP Rocky coming up after Rihanna's Super Bowl performance. What you mean by coming up? Did y'all see Sam Smith? Apparently, he's down at the auditoriums on his tour, invoking Menno. Sam Smith is a mess, girl. Talk about it. Look at him. Hold on, hold on. That's the street. Y'all can't see. I can't. Can y'all see? Look at him. He was skinny. He got big, and now he's pulling a Lizzo. Look at him. And he went to practice for that. But you know who danced just like that? You know who doing that same thing? Lil Nas X. And now we're at a point where, whether Lil Nas X is gay or not, whether Joe Budden is gay or not, or whether Arrogant Tay is gay or not, now we're at a point where everybody's gay, and now you got to prove being gay, or that people even come in to the industry to further the agenda, push the agenda. Bad, wasn't it? Bad, Woe Vicky talking about Lil Nas X isn't really gay. Now I had heard that a while ago, before Woe Vicky even touched on that. We talked about early last year. Probably around the same time he did the where he slid down the pole to Satan's lap, and then Sam Smith. They were saying how he was just gay for pay at that time too. So I don't know. Some doors swing both ways. Um, and that's the thing, and that's what you have to be clear about. Because bisexuality, besides people not sure if they really like or want to do or want to be, the sweet spot of secure bisexuality is a place that people don't think is acceptable, or even is the reality. It's like you either like one or the other. No, I'm inclined to enjoy both, which is your right as a human being. If you can be big as Lizzo, you can like both. I might get suspended for that one, but you can do both. You can do both. And if we're scared to have that conversation, then we're scared to accept the people that do those things. But if Lil Nas X is, I don't know, he been trolling, and then I liken Lil Nas X and Chocolate trolling to like um, Spice. She's not. Well, who knows what Spice like? Okay, she might like the thing between the things, but she's constant trolling as well too. From her white initious thing to that the pregnancy that she just did this year, things like that. Just blatant, overt, superfluous trolling. Like, what do we even need that for? Yeah, so Sam Smith is demonic. I agree with that. Because there's just like Dalai Lama having the kid suck his tongue. There's just no going back from that. You know what I mean? Like, it's very clear. Black China having a Baphomet on her arm. There's just no other way. There's no other. There's no other reasoning or purpose for having that unless you're a part. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. Shea Butter Chakra. I'm the delay. You said, why do we act like this is normal? What, Sam Smith? Some people, yeah, we bet by some people. Now has never had a relationship. Has never. Well, I ain't never had a relationship, but I don't need nobody questioning whether I'm gay or not. Like, that's like, I don't want that to become the thing. And nobody. You don't make any straight people don't have to prove nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not do that. At the same time, let's not to the industry. Let's not bring people in to, because Lil Nas X. First of all, thank you guys for the likes. But like I said before, when we talk about agatry, replace the A. Two A's, G, tree. Replace the first A with the fourth letter. A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F. Sixth letter. Understand what I'm saying? When it comes to the agatry of it all, you have somebody like Saucy Santana, and then you get somebody like Lil Nas X. You get somebody like Saucy Santana who's authentic to a degree. Like, you didn't have to put him in nails. You didn't have to convince him to put on makeup. You didn't have to. You just gave him the resources and the means, and he took it and he ran with it and he became the things, a la Cardi B. But then you have somebody like Lil Nas X, who has the ability and the strength and the drive to be the artist, but the image doesn't fit the intention, a la Nicki Minaj. So that's what we have here. Now we done took this young, handsome black man and hushed every woman that he ever had sex with in some degree or whatever. You know what I mean? Had to have, or unless he's a virgin, which is a possibility, but I don't know. And pushed him to be this sliding down the pole, pregnancy pictures, Playboy spreads, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Image for homosexual representation. I'd rather not. I'd rather Saucy Santana all day. But that's just me. That's right. No, but people's sexuality ain't nobody's business. Not a whole house. See, permission, it'd be the comments that be. Then when I get suspended, I'd be like, it was them comments, it wasn't me. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Girl, ain't nobody paying attention to nobody with the biting dog. Welcome, biting dog. Thank you for coming on in. Criticize Lizzo, then copy her. I don't know who's copying Lizzo so much, but as far as when it comes to Lizzo, I feel like as an individual, it's like, do y'all even see me? Like I told y'all before, Lizzo wasn't so big of a personality. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I guess she was personable, but resources and accolades and things like that have pushed her and created her into these things. How does she deal with that mentally? And then how does she deal with that emotionally and psychologically? Does she feel confined? You know what I'm saying? That sort of thing. Forgive me if I consider the individual behind the character. And I have to consider the individual behind the character because it's about the agenda. It's about the intention behind creating this character and putting them out so heavy. You know what I mean? Even with Lil Nas X, to even his performances on the award shows, him doing the sliding down the pole, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Why do we let things like that go on when the conversation right now, in the sense of homosexuality, the conversation right now is that the gays is tarnishing and ruining and and preying on the kids. Meanwhile, the Dalai Lama who got dementia? Not. Oh, my uncle's here. I gotta go. I'm about to head out. The No, now who got dementia? Lil Nas X? Yeah, the demonic stuff like that, they do act like it's okay, and it's just like, this person does it, this person, and like we talked about on Friday. And if you want to watch what we talked about on Friday, the first part is loaded on my YouTube channel right now, so go check out my YouTube page. Link is in the bio. But they begin to desensitize us because it happens with this person, it happens with this person, it happens with this person. It's a ritual. It's not just, it's not an it's that's not aesthetic. They don't pull up a vision board and say, let's come up with some brand new ideas. Let's go demonic. Flowers for spring, groundbreaking. And she played them girls. See, I've never, like, that's, I don't really, Lizzo's not I'm not a fan. Like, so I wouldn't watch that. But even still, putting them on, it's like, and it's nice, big girls, they do move, you know what I'm saying? That's all true indeed. But the big girl at the same, because sometimes, you just big, and and that's what I'm saying. It's not about people. What I'm saying is not about people being big. Like I said, it's the principle behind the media, the delivery. They work out, and you know what I'm saying. But they do things that work with their body chemistry, that they're able to work and be big. But like I said, to push that that's okay, even support that, is different than Rebecca Jean or Sarah who down the street from you that don't dance and don't move like that. So if she watch out for the big girls, like, well, it's okay to be a big girl because these big girls is fine like this. You're not the same thing, honey. So you can't think that that's okay. And if your friend's gonna tell you that you fine like that, then you need to at least find one real friend that's gonna be like, all right, let's get a salad, let's go for a walk. Hey, my sweetie, it's been a long time. Yes, Karen, how are you, honey? It's been forever. I am well. I'm about to get out of here and get into a little Sunday activity. I got to cook a little something. And not the Kelly Kitchen, because we're not in the Kelly Kitchen. And it's going to be too noisy. And I don't have nowhere to prop you guys up. Majesty 2K, welcome. Hey. Welcome to the family, to the collective. So that's, that with that. We came on, we talked about a couple of things. Candace Owens and, Lizzo and Ariana Grande. And nobody talking about how Ariana Grande's eyebrows is blonde, which makes her look sicker and thinner than what she, kind of what it is. So whatever all of that game and stuff is. And then, I don't know if Cam is on chemo. I'm not sure. We just don't know what's going on with anything, but they continue to keep pushing the things out. We're trying to stay updated and catch all the tea and details we can with Wendy Williams and Jamie Foxx. Also, we have to keep an ear peeled for the real cause of death behind Lance Reddick, because his family said there was no autopsy done. So how did they release a cause of death? Also, why was there no autopsy done? So maybe we might have to keep an eye on the Reddick family as well, because they I don't know, doing things the right way, speaking out against things the way one might think you'd speak out against injustice against a family member. Who's to say? Submittal, hey, welcome. So that's where that is with that. Should we touch? Is there one more thing to touch on before I get out of here? We touched on a little Basquiat. We're gonna touch on Wendy Williams. I'm gonna head on out. We touched on a little Basquiat, and nobody's referencing how Jay-Z's wig is a Basquiat a replica, for him to go there and perform after Jay-Z hasn't performed. I don't know who's looking for. I feel like these buds are blooming, like literally right in front of my eyes. Which I love. Nobody's going to talk about that, so we're never going to get the real tea, and we know that because Shanquella Robinson's back wasn't broke. We're never going to get the real tea about anything. Now, Wendy Williams, You have to go to my page. It's the last video that I posted, and that's the most recent thing about Wendy. The biggest thing about the whole Wendy situation is the timing of everything, and they're pulling old footage. Same thing with Rob Kardashian. They're pulling old footage and pulling old pictures and claiming them as current. So we feel like Wendy's good or she looks like this when we're not exactly sure or can truthfully trust. I don't know if that's the thing, but trust the image or the story behind the image. There was she's on a boat for Easter, but at the same time she was in New York. And I'm not saying Wendy can't jump on a plane and be where she wants to be, but I don't know if you can't. The doctor. I would think a doctor might be like, flying might not be good for you, or even doing all the things you're doing, and your legs is not in the best condition, or you're not, or your gait ain't steady. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. But whatever. So she's on the boat with her family, and the biggest thing about the video is that she looks like she's in a daze. Like she looks like one of the lions or tigers or panthers at a pet sanctuary, and she's just sitting there. Her brother, not her brother, well, her brother's there too, but it's her father and her son are all sitting there in the same type of blank gaze, a la Beyonce at the basketball game, but she just wasn't swaying like Beyonce was. She was just looking off into the distance. Strange. And something else to take from the video is that there is some type of camera crew because of the type of equipment that they're wearing. You know, it's a camera crew because that's where they, to support their backs, and they hold the cameras and things like that. And then it came out that that's the thing. It was her in that Louis Vuitton, that custom Louis Vuitton jacket and the Fendi tights and the Gucci bag and things like that. And then that kind of came out the same time as the boat. Well, maybe about a week difference. So she was going into a restaurant for that, just showed up to one of her favorite restaurants in New York and had the same type of camera crew with her. So it's reported that she's shooting a reality show. At the same time, they're saying that she doesn't have any deals for any reality shows or anything like that. But that is how I heard it, is that she's just shooting like Kanye West. Well, that wasn't Kanye West, but that kind of thing, just having, like Kanye West, having somebody record him. That's just what she has, somebody recording her and showing her go in these places and do these things, or whatever the case may be. Now, if they're going to use... You know when the motorcycles roll by. A man too, jamming. Either way, I just got the camera crew following her around, putting footage together, put a show together, put something together. It'll probably be her final farewell when the plane do land with the wheels out, like Charlemagne said after he took the phrasing from me. So that's that. We're still waiting on the situation for Wendy. We're still waiting on Wendy's situation to make any semblance of sense, for the sake of the people, because right now nothing is really coming together, and we can't do nothing but be sponges to what they put out, unless you come over here and we sit and we wring that thing out and figure out the details as they had been leading up to the situations that they put in front of us. With that being said, this was a cute little minute. I will probably post this real quick onto my YouTube. If you want to catch a live, if you missed the live, go to my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, because I'm almost there. We're building up the family, or build up the family over here. Follow me over here, become a part of the collective. Head on over to my YouTube, become a part of the collective over there. Might get a little repetitive, but you could look at it, read it back, show your friends, things like that. And that's what's good about the YouTube channel. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Sunday. I'm going to make some cabbage. We're going to eat ribs, watch the game, do family, whatever the case may be. We'll do a family. I told you guys we'll do a meet and greet one day. We'll do a meet and greet one day. And I'll introduce you guys to the Kelly clan, if you will. But until then, I will see you guys sooner, okay? Much, much sooner rather than later.